Well, this is a nice guitar to be working on. It's a Wesley guitar, and as you can see, it's Perspex, maybe not Perspex, epoxy. And I'm going to turn over. You won't be able to see it as nicely now because it needs the light behind it to see it. But it's going to be an interesting guitar. It's not the most expensive guitar. It is the most heavy. I must let you see how heavy it is. I'll do a measurement of it compared to a Gibson Les Paul. And it's a nice guitar. And the gentleman bought it with a case for £20. Now let's get this out of the road first of all. This is an Epiphone Les Paul. And it will weigh what? 9.4 pounds. And Epiphones are quite heavy. Okay. Right, let's see what the acrylic guitar, epoxy guitar weighs. Come on, reset for me. £11. So it gives you an idea how heavy those bloody acrylics are. A pound heavier than a Les Paul Epiphone, at least anyway. I think a Gibson Les Paul would probably be another half a pound on that. Alright, let's get into the guitar. Alright, it's a Wesley guitar. I've checked on it and it's worth about £140. So the guy got a good deal on it. He might get more because these are they're not very well known and they're fairly rare, so you could get maybe 170. But anyway, just look at it differently this time. Let's just look at it from the neck and go down as we look at the different things. Headwood is very nice, actually. The headwood is very nice. Strings are rattan, absolutely black and dirty. Those are supposed to be silver and they're black. Let's just check these. They all feel firm. And the back of the head, oh God, this is heavy. I need a break afterwards. Yeah, those are all looking okay, and the wood looks lovely. Can't tell you much about the Wesley guitars because there was a fan site that I went on to try to find out about them, and whether they're the same Wesley guitars that are on the web now, I don't know. But there's a fan site on Facebook, and the last post on that was 2014. So the strings, as you see, are very dirty, and the neck is very dirty. Very little wear on the frets. And we'll move this along to the body and we'll have a look at the body. The body has got a little score there. I think you probably can take scores out of acrylic, but I'm not going to even try to do that. Right, so I tell you what, we'll test the electrics now in the hope that everything is working 1000% for the man. Amp on. Loud enough. Strings need to be cleaned, no trem arm, and I'm spitting on it, which is not a good thing. So, not a great deal to do there. And the back, we'll have a look inside anyway. We can actually almost see inside, but let's have a looky inside it anyway. And just, it's great to see it the way you can see right inside it, but it's heavy. All right, now we know the electrics are working. Let's check the neck to see if the neck is straight, although I think it is from the look of it, but that's only just a first glimpse. Again, it's got a slight underbow and it's got full string tension, so that's exactly the way I would do it if I was doing it, and I am going to be doing it. So next thing to do is just check the fret leveling. Why am I loosening the strings? Nobody loosens the strings on this bench unless it's unless you're a sadist. I just like cutting them. These are dirty, 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 dirty strings. So it looks like, and say this cautiously, all I have to do is get it set up. and make sure those switches are well and truly oiled and greased and whatever the hell else to do. Georgie girl doesn't come running now for strings. Where is she? She used to come running all the time, but she's got her ginger friend with her. Her ginger friend takes up all her time. Oh, and I noticed that that's loose, that's loose, that's loose too. They're all loose. Yes, they're all loose. So they haven't been tightened since the day this guitar was made. And even if it was made, but that's pretty dirty. Oh, you can't see what I was doing. Sorry. Those are all loose. Those are all loose. So I was just taking the string off. Sorry, I'm bad by. Let me pull it back up again while I'm doing that. Silly boy. Are we trying to make a video? And if you don't show people what you're doing, then you're not making a video, you're making a Andy Warhol movie. Right, okay, those are I actually prefer the open slot thing, but let's just take this off and have a little look inside what we can see. Come down again. Acrylic is very, very fussy to work with because the slightest over tension, crack. Drop anything on it, crack. You know, I've worked on acrylic guitars before and they're very pretty, very nice, very pretty, but nerve-wracking at times in case you scratch them or do something to them. But that neck is lovely. It's a lovely, lovely wood. It's not too thick either. I don't know that much about Wesley guitars. Oh God, it's got a little bit of rust there, so I'll go up to the next level of screwdriver. There, you see that? Oh gosh. And the thing is too, if I press too hard, crack. That's rusty, that's coming out. Why is that rusty? Why should that be rusty? Maybe people like me spitting on the guitar. Right, okay, that screw is going to be replaced. Yeah. Very rusty screw. Very rusty. Okay. The thing about these guitars too, you can't use wood filler in them, that's for sure. That looks all corroded in there or dusty. It's okay. I'm taking that off to get these strings off. I think they used to be chrome strings. Springs. They used to be chrome springs. Because you can see little bits of chrome still in. And you know what I'm going to do just to be on the safe side? That's just some polish on the side. I'm going to put a little bit of preserver on that just to make them nice. Because I don't like the look of those things just going. Let's just do that and stop talking about it. It's a little bit of crust, hammerite crust. It sort of kills corrosion. And I'm going to put a light layer on this just to stop any of that corrosion getting worse over the years. Why not? Tell me why not. Why shouldn't I do that? See the way it's going black right away? Well, that's a good sign. That means it's interacting okay, and that means it's building up a layer on the surface, which is good, because building up a layer of this black crust on the surface protects it for years to come. So just stop that corrosion, because it's all gone grey with corrosion. Don't know whether I ever need to do this or not, but I'm doing it. This goes black, so I don't want it to drip down inside either. It won't matter too much because nobody will see it, but see where it's going darker and darker in there? The springs will go darker too. And get the brush right through the string into the other side of the string. and that will help save it going any worse. Boring stuff, isn't it? Yeah, boring stuff, but I'm trying to protect this guitar. Right, okay. You should get a little crust can of that if you ever got any problems with rust. It's very good. It's water based as well. So let me just take off some of that stuff that's going down below. Just remove that that's splashed. And let that sit for a minute and I'll come back to you. If I don't know whether you can see there, but there's all sorts of little rainbow colors and stuff like that that are happening there, which I don't like the look of, so I'm going to clean that too. And I have a feeling I'm not going to use anything more than water and a little touch of soap. A little touch, just to get that, whatever happened there, the rust sent out some chemicals and stuff like that there, and I would hate for it to undermine it. But you can see there that very dirty, whatever that's the rust, but also what chemicals maybe it. Oh, look, it's taking it off. I'm very happy to see that. Just water is taking it off. So I can, it hasn't got underneath it. It hasn't sort of seeped into the epoxy, so it wasn't a chemical as such. It was just rust. Just rust. But that screw's not going back in again, that's for sure. I just... don't want to use any chemicals on this whatsoever. I'm just sort of nervous about what might happen with them. That has taken quite a bit off. Don't want to press too hard when you're cleaning, scratch. Press too hard, crack. So that's not coming off with rubbing. So I think what I'll try, because that's a hidden area, I'm going to put a tiny touch of polish paste on the end of the Q-tip or the polish. Oh, that's helping. Yeah, that's great. That's doing it. Yeah, just the abrasion of the polish has taken that off. And I hope it hasn't left any marks on it, but it won't matter because it's hidden. Right, let's look at this. Where's the tissue? Yeah, dirt there. Let me just, there's not even a scratch for that polish, and I'm very pleased with that, so I can be a little bit more daring to get rid of it all. And that's a scratch. That's a scratch there, unfortunately. But that's taken away. That makes me feel a little bit better that it's gone. You see how thin it is there. Yeah, love these little guitars. They're great and quirky and kinky and stuff like that there, but perspex, you got to be really careful. That's going quite dark now. I'm going to switch off now and come back to you when I'm sure that's dry. Okay, I put the back on, replaced the screw, got it nice and clean, and it's all back together again. Now I'm going to do the neck. I'm going to check the leveling. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to speed this through, and I'm going to frets are, let me look at my other glasses. Interesting, the frets are weirdly shaped. I'll tell you what, I'll use the other camera to let you see close up what I mean by weird. Yeah, you'd think they were scalloped, the frets. Strange. Maybe they've been, I don't know, maybe that is telling me that, I don't know what that's telling me. What is that telling me? Maybe they've been worn away and they've been, somebody's tried to crown them or something. But that's all sort of like a scalloped feel. I haven't seen that before on something. Lots of green in the cracks of the frets. So those are going to need a good cleaning and probably crowning. Right, okay, let's go ahead and get this here done, and I'll just speed it up. Right, okay, all right. Edges are nice, dirty hands, and I can't switch off yet, so let's just do the, I have to switch off to do the rounding of the files, so not the, right. Here we go again. Opening a can of drink on the bench that I keep spilling it on. But I tell you what, I'm going to put it over there, out of the road. Oh, I do see some fingers, some finger dents there. It's been fairly well played, this, interestingly. I didn't notice that at the beginning, but there's some finger dents there. I wonder if they're caused by dirt or by the wearing of the strings. But let's do some of this to see what we can do with these scalloped edges. The normal disclaimer: don't use your hands if you don't know what's inside the lemon oil. The lemon oil I'm using is 99% mineral oil, which is not a problem for your hands. Matter of fact, people use it on their face and stuff like that there. But you can't be sure unless you've checked to make sure that it doesn't have all sorts of weird chemicals in it. That looks lovely, doesn't it? Doesn't that look lovely? I don't think the guitar is that old to have to worry about leaving it on for too long, so I can take it off fairly quickly and rub it in a little bit. And still take off some dirt, but do I care? Ask me, do I care if it takes off dirt? Of course it'll take off dirt. There you go, isn't that lovely? That lovely looking neck. And I'm going to take the other camera and just go down it. Let you see it now. I was told not to go so fast with my camera movements because it can give people, you know, they want to see things and I'm going too fast, so I have to remember to try to slow down. Yeah, well, I'll do one thing that, but I don't think I'll do it on camera. It does need to have this cleaned up, but I'll not do that on camera. I need to clean up the body too, But who wants to see me cleaning a guitar, huh? Am I going to win an Oscar because I'm cleaning a guitar? Am I going to win a chocolate bar? Never mind an Oscar. So I'll just keep going and I'll speed this up. Oh, yes, yes. Now the strings are out. You decide. You've been lying in bed all day today. You have. You've been lazing on my bed all day today. Lazy bitch. You have. And now you want to come on and chew the strings. I don't know anybody could sleep as much as you sleep. I'm telling you. She's got her new friend, you see, and I'm sort of set to the side now because the new ginger pussycat's staying with me, so I don't get to see her very often. But she has come along here just to walk over the bench, didn't you? Just to show your ass to the public. Action is excellent. Action is excellent. Really, really good action on this. Right, let's get her tuned up. I did say let's get her tuned up, but I forgot about this. It just needs a little bit of squirty in there. The plastic's still on. Nice firm feel to the tone pots and things like that there. Right, okay, I'm going to switch off now and get the tune in. Okay, that's it, almost in tune. I haven't touched the intonation, and something tells me that I might have to adjust intonation because those are all straight in a row virtually, and they shouldn't be. If it's intonated, it should be a bit of a dog's leg. A bit like that and a bit like that. Those three down, those three down. But let's see, maybe it is. Maybe it's one of those guitars it is. Let's intonate it. By the way, I like the little tuners. They're very nice. That's acceptable to me. Only a cent or two out. That's too sharp. That means that's too short, so that has to come back. Still too short. Let me use the... Where's the screw? There's it there. Strange that. It's acceptable to me, but strange that it's back there. Too short still, so I'll bring that back a bit. Bring that one just a tiny touch back again. Two. Interesting. job, Bob. Now you notice that if you can you see that? I don't know. You can see. Oh well, what am I doing? Maybe you can't even see that. Right. Okay. That's enough for me. Said I'd take the plate off and show you the inside, but you can actually see through, and you can see just it's a basic 3-pot setup with a 5-way switch, and if I took it off, all you'd see is an empty hollow. So I'll not take it off because I don't need to take it off at this stage. Let me just see. Hold on, hide that light a bit. Yeah, all right. Hopefully that'll satisfy your lust to see the inside of it. This is one of those guitars that should only be played with the sunlight behind you. It's a sunshine guitar. See-through sunshine. Love it. But it's also a nice guitar to play. Let me turn the torch up before we all go crazy. Right, stop. Right, it's actually quite a nice guitar to play. I'll just check the tuning here to make sure it's hasn't fallen out of tuning since I picked it up. It has. Right, okay, so it's not too bad, but it's a great looking little guitar, and for £20 you got a good bargain, I'm telling you. I think you see that little, see his fingerprints on it already, but you see that little scratch? Look at the fingerprints on it already. That little scratch. I think I could take that away, but I'm not going to because it's too risky. Look at the fingerprints, and I've only just picked the guitar up. Anyway, it's a nice sounding little guitar, and nice, isn't it? For £20. Anyway, it's going to go home. Let's play my favorite chord. Let's check it's in tune again. Brand new strings, you see. Right, it's in tune. Going home to its daddy. Ciao, bye. Bye-bye.